Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sneha, I'm a freelance makeup artist based in London, and today we're going to talk all about the Danessa Myricks Colorfix Stix. I'm a big fan of multi-use products, and these claim to be versatile, multi-use, and pigmented. So in this video, I'm going to be swatching these, creating eye looks with these, and also giving you my final thoughts on this product. So let's get started. So here's a close-up shot of the product packaging. Danessa Myricks launched these Colorfix Stix a couple of months ago, and these are the stick version of our OG product, Colorfix. This is described as a multi-use pearl pigment stick with a refreshing, cool sensation, and this description is perfect for this product. So this product also features her magnetic mix and match freedom system, which she introduced with the launch of the Lightwork 6 palette. So here you can customize your Stix Duo in terms of what shades you want to use. So say you have multiple of these, you want to use the metallic from one and the foil from another, or just carry two foils with you as you go, you can easily do that. Or you can just carry one shade on its own, and that is very convenient. And I truly appreciate that she has actually put the name of the duo and the shade right at the bottom right there. So that is very convenient to put it back into the original duo combo, or as a makeup artist when I want to give credit to a certain shade that I've used. This is excellent. So thank you, Danessa Myricks and her team, for doing that. Also individually in my freelance kit, this is how I store them. So I store them upright with the name on top like that. That way I can easily see which shade I want to use. What I would have slightly preferred also is if this sticker, instead of being black and white, if it could have had somehow the way to indicate this color right there. That would have been amazing. Now these Colorfix sticks have been designed to be used on the eyes, lips, cheeks, and pretty much anywhere on the face. When these launched, they were not available in the UK, so I ordered them from the Danessa Myricks EU website. And also because they were not available in a store here for me to swatch, so I just basically picked the shades based on the online swatches they have. In total, there are about 10 different duos, and I picked up 3. Of the 10, 2 are exclusive to the Danessa Myricks beauty website, whereas 1 through 8 duos are available globally. Now each duo contains 1 metallic and 1 foil shade, and this retails for $38 in the US or £42.50 here in the UK. And this product contains total 3 grams of product, so I'm assuming 1.5 grams each, and it is made in China with a shelf life of 6 months. So the 3 shades that I picked up were based on just shades that I think I would get the most use from, both personally and also in my freelance kit. And that is despite the gorgeous duochromes with the purple and the green shades in the different available options. I ended up with 1, 3, and 4 duos. Now you can wear these alone, or you can pair them with either your matte eyeshadows. You have cream liquid eyeshadows, you can pair them with those. I would generally recommend to use a liquid cream or powder matte eyeshadow, and then use these sticks for your shimmer and your high sparkle foils. One thing I do wish is that she sold these individually, so that way you're not stuck to buying a combination in terms of a duo. Say for example, I wanted to pick up 2 of the foils, then I could have just easily customized this to suit my needs. Or if I didn't want the magnetic holder, I could have just bought these individually. So I really hope that they come out with selling them individually, because I would like to get more of the foil shades for sure. Now on their website, they do recommend to swipe on the metallic shades and do a tapping motion with the foils. Now these two contain 50% water and do have a refreshing cool sensation when applying it on the skin. And there is a plastic cap on each shade, which Danessa asked to get rid of once opening, but I just want to keep them as long as possible, so I'm going to save these little plastic caps. I think this would be especially important if you live in a hot, humid weather place, I guess, or country, because of the water content in this product. So let's move on to swatches. So Colorfix Stix Duo has shades Interstellar, which is a holographic foil with shifts of pink, silver, and gold sparkle. I also see blue sparkles in this one, and this has got to be probably one of my favorite foils from the 3 colors that I picked up. And the metallic in here is called Mystic Taupe. It's a taupe metallic with warm silvery shimmer. Beautiful tones. Colorfix Stix Duo 3 has Lunar Veil as its foil, which is an antique bronze foil with champagne sparkle, and I also see pink sparkle running through this. And it also has the metallic, which is Solar Flare. It's a sunset bronze metallic with gold shimmer. Colorfix Stix Duo 4 has Apollo as the foil, which is a gold foil with lustrous gold sparkle. And again, I see pink sparkle running through this. And the metallic is Artemis, which is a dark chocolate metallic with gold shimmer. And here are all the shades swatched on my skin tone, so you can see the color payoff. They're super creamy and they glide on easily. And here are the swatches in daylight versus the indoor studio lighting. The foil in the Duo 1, the foil in Duo 3, and the matte or the metallic in Duo 4 have got to be some of my favorites. So starting with the Stix Duo 1, so doing a light swatch of the metallic side. What I like to do is take some on my finger and then just do a quick blend. So that provides like a subtle look. Obviously you can see it at full intensity on my arm swatches. And again with the foil, doing the same, picking up some. Just be careful with the foils especially. They seem to be slightly more delicate compared to the metallics. So doing that, that's what Duo 1 looks like when applied lightly. I'm going to swatch all of them and then show you together. That seems to be better, I think. So if I reduce the brightness, hopefully you can see these swatches now. So that's Duo 1 here, Duo 3, and Duo 4 right there. So you can wear them quite sheer like this, just like a light wash of color all over the eyelid. Now these do set quickly, so you do have to blend a little bit quick. Also because they are water-based, you can see how easily they come off with just water or micellar water. That is excellent for people with sensitive eyes. I would think that it's easy for them to remove it, or people who wear contact lenses. I think this would be convenient because you don't have to rub your eyes with any oil-based or heavier cleansers, which is quite different from her original color fixes. So here's just a demo of showing you that. Also, if you'd like to see more detailed swatches and also more eye looks, definitely follow me on Instagram. I am at BeautyLashes19 across all platforms. So back to demo. Going to start with Duo 1, starting with the metallic side, which is called Mystic Taupe. So with this, I'm going to first show you applied softly. So I'm going to just use my fingers, just like I showed you in the light swatches. And I'm going to just quickly blend it, doing like a light wash across my eyelid. Blend it in with your fingers. That's one way of wearing the shade. So that's like a lovely soft wash of color. Next, I'm going to show you a more intense version. So for that, I'm going to be using a brush. This is the Danessa Myricks My Kit Coco Lab, my 25. So I'm going to apply it straight from the bullet. You can see how much more intense this is versus the light wash of color with fingers. I'm going to blend the edges with this brush. Again, with this duo in particular, I'm definitely going to recommend a matte shade in the socket. But this is what that looks like with more intensity. On the other eye, I'm going to show you how the foils look. So again, starting with Duo 1, doing the light wash first with just the finger application. Still so reflective. So that's like one and done eye look. Still very sparkly and beautiful. And then the second method is to intensify it by doing more of a tapping motion. And that intensifies this quite a bit. Another way I like to use these is by using like a flat brush, get some product on the brush, and then pat it on. I find this where you don't get it patchy, you get an even distribution of the shimmers. So that's Duo 1, the metallic shade, and then the foil shade. Now what I'm going to do is layer the foil on top of this so you can see if you were to use or buy just one duo, how you're going to create an eye look. So I'm going to take the foil, use that brush to get some on the inner corner of my eye. Like so. And then lightly applying a little bit of this just through the center of the eye to create like a halo eye. Although this particular shimmer shade in Duo 1 already has quite a bit of shimmer. But hopefully this shows up on camera. So that's Colorfix Stix 1. Next, showing you the demo for Colorfix Stix 3. So first we go in with the metallic shade. This is called Solar Flare. So again, showing you both the light application with the finger. That's like a light wash of color. Then intensifying that, going straight in with the sticks. So you can see that it's getting more amplified in terms of color. Again, using a fluffy brush just to blend out the edges. Again, with this, I would recommend a matte in the socket. That's Solar Flare, the metallic in Duo 3. Next, we have Lunar Whale, which is the foil in Duo 3. Using my fingers to do a light application. You can see, lovely. Again, this can be one and done. Just apply like your bronzer or something in the socket. Maybe an eyeliner if you want, a mascara, and that's an eye look in itself. Then intensifying this. Just going to use this to kind of diffuse out the edges. So that's Lunar Whale. With the foils, especially this one, I think because it has become soft when I was touching it, I wouldn't apply too much of it because that can emphasize texture on the eyelids. I much prefer the metallics, especially if you have texture, and then apply this quite lightly, the foil, and then adding that on top of this side. So just taking a little bit of that, applying it to the center. And I think this is the way I would like to wear the foils. Because here, especially if I come close, hopefully you can see that it's picking up on the texture where it's not got on my eyelid evenly. It looks textured almost like a flake, if that makes sense. So this is Colorfix Stix number 3. And last but not the least, let's try out the Duo 4, starting with the metallic. This is called Apollo. This is quite a dark shade. I think the more you blend the shade out, the darker it looks. Take a little bit more. So that's the shade applied lightly. I think this is a great base for a smoky eye. Gonna intensify that, applying it straight from the sticks. With this shade, I think we can almost get away without a matte in the socket because it's has a nice deep base, so that can serve as a smoky eye. So that's Apollo. The foil in this duo is called Artemis. It's like a lovely gold shade. So let's try this on the other eye. First applying it lightly. So again, like your one and done shade. Beautiful, wearable, everyday kind of a shade. Intensifying it. So that's Artemis. And then lastly, layering this on the center here. Just to create a little bit of a halo eye. And there you go. It's created a lovely spotlight. So that is Colorfix Stix number 4. So I've gone ahead and matched the other eye the same. I'm also going to run the metallic shade, the one we had on the lid, just along the bottom lash line. So taking it with MY28 brush, taking it along my bottom lash line, close to the lashes, and then using the blending brush just to buff out the edges. I'm going to finish my mascara off camera and I'll be right back. So that's what the eyes look like once they're complete. Now, in terms of these sticks being multi-use and can be used around the face, I personally don't like high shimmer or with glitter particles on my cheek as an highlight. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to show you one of these shades. So this is Foils in the Duo 3. This is probably the most subtle out of the three, I think, or close to my skin tone. So this is the one we'll use as a highlight today. So again, using it with the finger, so taking a small amount and dabbing it on the cheeks. You can see that it's quite intense, and even though I blended it in, still is a bit too strong for my personal liking. So there you can see the highlight. I can kind of get away with this shade. It's not something I prefer to use. I prefer a dedicated softer shimmer product for that. And just because I have texture on my skin, I generally don't like to use these kind of products on my cheekbones, but to each their own, and maybe you can wear it for a festival or something special. Lastly, on the lips, again, I do not tend to like to wear shimmer or foil products on my lips. I don't want to consume them as I'm eating or drinking water, especially because these products are so water-based, I would say almost, that I don't want it to come off while I'm eating and drinking. So as long as it's for a few hours and I know I'm not going to eat or drink, absolutely fine. Or if I'm using it on a photo shoot and I know the model is just going to be short and then we're going to take off the lip, absolutely. So I'm going to show you maybe one of these shades. Let's show you how the metallic looks on the lip. So say metallic from Duo 3, which has this bronzy, coppery kind of tone. So let's apply that. So you can see that it gives a lovely 90s frosted lip. I'm applying this on top of a lipstick. That doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. So that is the metallic Duo 3, which is Solar Flare. And then lastly, why not top it off with the foil number 4, which is Artemis. Let's apply that just to the high points of the lip. You can see that it's amped up the shine for sure. What do you guys think? Would you wear this on your lips? So hopefully from the demo you could see that these are quite easy to use. You can use it with your fingers, you can apply it with a brush. Very convenient, does not tug on the skin, whether you're applying it on the lips or your cheeks or your eyes. They perform equally well. Just depending on the shimmer particle size, the color, you may or may not want to use it on the cheeks and the lip. I personally would use these just on the eyes on their own. On the lips, I can't feel it. It feels pretty lightweight as well. So on days where I am wearing this for the entire day, I do tend to wear these on top of an eye primer, which is just a personal choice because I have very oily eyelids, and I've noticed that these or any other eyeshadow will crease on my eyelids if I don't go in with an eyeshadow primer. So just bear that in mind if you have very oily eyelids like mine. In terms of pros, I think these are multi-use. Clearly, you can see that. They're travel friendly, which I really love, especially for touch-ups and stuff. When I was traveling to Mumbai recently, I pretty much, and then was doing local trips, I just took maybe 1 or 2 of these eyeshadow sticks as a shimmer topper. And I think my favorite was the Duo 1 foil, which is Interstellar. These are pigmented, and you can see from the demo that this is quite buildable formula, just that you have to blend quite quickly, I would say. These set quite fast. And I think there's a pretty decent shade range, so you can definitely find one that calls your name. And best of all is how easy it is to remove. Now, in terms of cons, I would say maybe that because of the quick dry time, I think it might not be the most beginner friendly, I would say. Although you can use your fingers, you have to be quite quick about it. Secondly, some of the shades may emphasize texture, I think, especially the foils. And I think the one that we noticed was Duo 3, I believe, the foil in that. So just don't over apply. Keep it either to that light layer or slightly more, but apply it with your fingers. I would probably not apply directly on the eyelids with that, with the foils. And also price point, I feel may be slightly high, especially considering the shelf life is only 6 months. So compared to that, I think I would be more inclined to buy something like the Colorfix foils or the Colorfix shimmers, which have a longer shelf life. Unless you find one shade that you feel like you're going to use very regularly and use most of it up in 6 months. So overall, I do think that the Danessa Myricks Colorfix Stix are a new innovative form of a multi-use product that's very travel-friendly and a great add-on in my makeup kit. These definitely feel like the finger-friendly version of her OG Colorfix foils and shimmers. It's definitely a bonus that they're so easy to remove. And that is one reason why I would probably prefer these slightly over The regular color fixes, which are very long wear it, just because of how easy these are to remove, especially on shoots where you're doing multiple looks for a beauty shoot, for example. Personally, I think I'll definitely be reaching for the foils more than the shimmers, especially the foils in Duo 1 and I believe Duo 3. I think those are some of my favorite shades, and I've already used them on several shoots so far. So if you're looking for an easy way to incorporate high shimmer or foil texture, these are the way to go. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and also subscribe if you found this video useful. It helps the YouTube algorithm to recommend my videos to other beauty lovers. Let me know in the comment section below if you've picked up any of these Colorfix sticks and if you have any other questions. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!